I was just watching Politically Incorrect or whatever, the Bill Maher show last night, and they had the head of the teachers union on there, and she was a blah, 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 about the union, blah, blah, blah. Everyone wants to talk about everything. What's up with the teachers? How come the teachers aren't teaching? We need better teachers. We don't need better teachers. We need better students who come from better families. Are you kidding me? Who are these? You know what it's like? It's like this. It's not, by the way, Politically Incorrect or Real Time with Bill Maher's just gone. He just has liberal people on the show now. He's tired of arguing with people that have a point of view other than his own. So it's just liberals arguing. Well, they're not arguing. They're just it's just an ass licking. It's a fucking daisy chain. It's a circle jerk. It's just a bunch of liberal people on there talking about nothing. So she's the teachers union. She's the leader of the teachers union. Oh, God damn, is she boring? And she's just talking about the union and how they need better teachers and how we need better teachers. Let me tell you something about better teachers. No one wants to talk about the real problem. The real problem is too many people, too many families, too many kids, not enough money, no focus on education. Look, pure and simple. When we went to high school, other than Donnie, who's a Jew Billy, he was the only Jew in the Hill who wore. All the other Jews had yarmulkes. He had a dunce cap. He put the yarmulke on top of his dunce cap. But all the other Jews in the Hills, they did great. Okay, we all went to North Hollywood High. Okay, just dig this fucking concept, and I wish I could get Weintraub or whatever her name was, who was head of the National Teachers Union, that bitch, and talk some sense to her. But just dig this concept. We all went to North Hollywood High. All the Jews who lived up in Hebrew Heights, they all did well, excelled, took AP courses, and many just regular courses. I was in classes with all these guys. We all remember the names of all these kids. And then as soon as they graduated from North Hollywood High, they went on to UCLA, they went on to Stanford, they went on to Cal, Berkeley, and other places. And if they went to Northridge, their parents would kill themselves. They'd fall on a Star David or a Chai and put it right through their sternum. Everyone, with the exception of Donnie, and his brother, by the way, who went to San Diego State. But at least he went to college. The point is this. Now, what was the difference? Donna, I need you to focus on me for a second. Forget about those folks.
I'm listening.
Focus on me. What was the difference? We all went to North Hollywood High. What was the difference between me, Ray, and Chris, and Robbie Levine, Jeff Buck, and Nate Wittenberg, who all went off to UCLA, Cal, and Stanford? What was the difference between those and us? Well, I'll tell you the difference. Parents that gave a shit.
Yeah.
Parents that stayed intact. First off, they didn't get divorced. Kept the parents intact. Kept the family intact. Secondly, what did they do? They emphasized education with their kids. Did my dad or mom say, have you done your homework tonight?
Hey, where's that report card?
My dad say, where's the report card? No, I don't really blame our parents. We stopped talking to them when we were about 14 and did our own thing. But Jeff's parents and Nate's parents and Robbie's parents, what did they do? They stuck with it, and they hammered it out, and they said, where is it? So they were focused. Now, what's the difference in the teachers? Same teachers, same high school, same classroom, same everything. Somebody went to Stanford, and somebody went to go clean carpets in Van Nuys. What's the difference? Parents.
Yes.
Parents that care. But can we talk about that? No. Why? It becomes a racial issue. So the faggoty, pussy politicians who are scared shitless to say anything will never talk about the parents. What do they want to do? They want to talk about the teachers. I don't think the teachers have changed. I think the parents have changed. Now, here's the deal. Pure and simple. Back when we were going to North Hollywood High, there was a bunch of kids from up in the hills. And those Jewish kids, they got their education. And let me focus on another culture, the Japanese kids and the Asian kids. They got their shit together too. And the Eastern Indian kids, they got their shit together too because their parents gave a shit, because they came from a culture that focused on education and they focused on family. And those kids all magically did fine. Now, you fast forward 25, 30 years. You remove the Jews. You remove the Asians. You remove the Eastern Indians. And what do you replace them with? Mexicans. illegal Mexican families, some legal, some illegal, whatever. Do they focus on education? No. Does that make them a bad culture? In my opinion, it makes them slightly inferior to other cultures that do, but doesn't mean they're bad. It just means that's where their culture is. They're not focused on that. I guess the Asians aren't focused on other things that the Hispanics are focused on. I don't know what that is, but they're not. They're not focused on this. So what happens? Well, guess who's not going to Stanford from North Hollywood High? And guess who's not going to Cal? And guess who's not going to UCLA from North Hollywood High? Now, we try to turn this into a socioeconomic thing, and to a point, it does. It does. Yes, you have money, it makes it easier. But we all knew poor kids that worked out and did well and were able. My friend Zeb was able to go to UCLA and able to go to Cal. He got student loans. He got grants. He got whatever. My buddy Chris Harden went to the Air Force Academy. They worked hard, and these kids were piss poor.
Another factor is, though, too, we've eliminated all the shop classes. You have to also accept that some people, whoever it is, are either built to read and write, and other people are meant to wrench and, build.
Yes, but I agree. I agree, and we should focus on that. All I'm saying is this. Stop focusing on what happened to the teachers. Nothing happened to the teachers. Look,
that's all smokescreen. I agree with you.
Let's put it this way. Let me put it this way. I'm Bill Belichick. I'm the host. I'm the coach. That was so gay. I'm the coach of the New England Patriots, right? I win Super Bowls. I go to the playoffs every year. If I have a 10-6 season, it's bad. I'm more like a 12-4 or 14-2, right? I'm Bill Belichick. I'm one of the greatest coaches in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden, you stop giving me talent. I don't have Tom Brady anymore. I got a guy who's lazy, and he doesn't want to work. He doesn't want to watch film, and he doesn't want to focus on the techniques and the fundamentals. And all of a sudden, I'm Bill Belichick, and I all of a sudden I just start getting a bunch of people that don't want to work that hard, that aren't very good athletes, who don't work out during the off season. They go back home, and instead of their parents saying, "Hey man, we should be working out and working on your foot speed and working on this," like, "Nah, here's a soda. Let's play a video game." Now the Patriots start losing. Whose fault is it? Bill Belichick? We want to know what's wrong with Bill Belichick. Hey, Bill Belichick, what's wrong? You used to win games. Now you don't win anymore. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Nothing's wrong with Bill Belichick. He doesn't have any talent anymore. He doesn't have people who study game film. He doesn't have people that are focused anymore. So what are the teachers getting? They're getting a bunch of students that go home. They go home to my parents, not Jeff Buck's parents, not Nate Wittenberg's parents. They go home to my parents and Ray's parents and Chris's parents. And what happens? Tests start falling off. Graduation starts falling off. Look, we want to blame the teachers for the 50% dropout rate the Hispanics have in Los Angeles. That's the teacher's fault? You think Jeff Buck could have dropped out of North Hollywood High? No, his fucking parents wouldn't let him.
Yeah, it would be Harry Carey kind of thing if you fucked up or you got bad grades.
Well, what is the teacher supposed to do? Follow the guy home and get him in a headlock and drag him back to biology class? No, that's not the teacher's fault. That's the parents' fault. Now, could the teachers be better? I'm sure they could be better. They could always be better. It's a waste of time to keep focusing on the teachers. Focus on the homes, focus on the parents, focus on the culture will solve this. Am I the only fucking person that's smart enough to figure this out? Really? I'm a moron. I'm one of the guys who didn't go to Stanford or Cal or UCLA. I understand what's going on very clearly here.